Namaste, this is Sunili welcoming you all to Planet to Soul Astrology, and I'm very sure you all are learning and enjoying my videos. So, friends, one more thing I wanted to share with you all that we all love astrology, right? And out of this Jyotish Shastra, any particular signification of this Jyotish Shastra, because this is a vast ocean, because everyone knows that it is an ocean full of pearls, diamonds, everything. But each of us adore one particular section of Jyotish Shastra. Like some people like Rashis, some people like Nakshatras, some people like planets, some people like divisional charts, some people like past life karma, or some people like particular house of that chart. Same way I like Navmansh Kundali, and secondly I like nakshatras. So about nakshatras, if I have to talk, so just go through my channel, so that I have made few videos on certain nakshatras. So if you will give me good support to make nakshatra series continue, then please let me know, so I will continue the series, because I have made I think 6 to 7 videos of nakshatras I have made. So today we are going to talk about Navmansh Tulya Rashi and Rashi Tulya Navmansh. But today particularly I will talk about Navmansh Tulya Rashi. Shri C.S. Patel ji has beautifully elaborated and explained in easy terms how to assess your Navmansh Tulya Rashi, or how to assess your Navmansh chart. There are multiple chapters he has given, including Nadiyamshas. I would request you all to go through his book and try to understand. So today, yes, I will just take one small pearl out of that and I will discuss with you all. What I found very, very correct, very, very useful, and very, very fruitful in my readings, in my learnings, and in my knowledge. So what we have to see, everyone has particular natal chart and particular Navamsha chart or Navmansh Kundali. What we have to assess here, as it is Navmansh Tulya Rashi, you just have to see that which sign is rising in your Navmansh chart. That means whatever sign is posited in your first house of D9 chart, that becomes your Udit Navmansha. Udit means rising. Okay. So if you have Pisces ascendant rising in your D9 chart, and in your D1 chart, say for example you are Cancer ascendant, okay, so definitely for Cancer this Pisces becomes the 9th Navmansha, because any planet, any Rashi starting from Cancer, the first Navamsha falls for Cancer only. So 9th Navamsha comes to Pisces sign, right? So now if you are seeing that this Pisces sign is rising in my Navmansh Kundali in first house of chart, so in my D10 chart, where this Pisces sign is going, right? So in your D1 chart, being Cancer ascendant, this Pisces sign is going in your 9th house of chart, that is Dharma trine, okay, and Dharma sign or Jala Tattva, watery element, is rising in your Navmansh Kundali. That indicates that your birth, this life, is very much connected to your dharma, your religion, your religious activities, your humanity activities, and also your fortune enhancement, education, whatever significations are connected to 9th house of our chart. Definitely your birth is granted through God, through Almighty, to fulfill all these small segments connected to 9th house. Then secondly you have to see that as it is a Pisces Navamsha rising, where the Jupiter is going in my Navmansh Kundali. Say for example you are Pisces ascendant rising and your Jupiter is going in Cancer sign of Navmansh Kundali. That means again 5th house connection is coming here. So definitely you are God fearing person, you are spiritual person, and then you will see that yes, Cancer sign is falling in my ascendant, first house of my D1 chart. So definitely some point of time or most point of time I am self-centered personality. I am thinking too much about me, myself, my people, my family, my children's, because fifth house also belongs to children's. So definitely this rising ascendant of Navmansh Kundali is carrying your fifth house related matters also. By dharma karma, definitely these all things are carrying forward. And then 10th house is also another Jupiterian sign, right? That is why I said by dharma karma you are born to fulfill certain activities connected to your Jupiter, connected to your 9th house, fortune house, and connected to your 5th house as well as your 1st house. It may be little bit confusing or difficult for you to grasp, but once you will start understanding this phenomena, or once you will start understanding this principle, it will become fantastic easy for you all to grasp it and to know that what is your birth purpose. Navmansh Tulya Rashi or Rashi Tulya Navmansha is one of the fantastic tool to know your soul purpose, or to know your birth purpose. Rather than soul purpose, I will say your birth purpose. Your whole life will be rotating towards 9th house of your chart. That's it. First thing you have to assess that, then you will see all the nakshatra, where the Udit Navamsha rising Lord is going in your chart, where that Lord is going in your D1 chart. Everything comes later. When you are reading a proper Navamsha chart, that time it definitely happens. But as of now, you just have to assess this. I will give you one more example. If you are say Tula ascendant, like you in your natal chart, your ascendant rising is Libra sign, and in Navamsha Kundali you are rising ascendant of Sagittarius, right? That means third Navmansha is rising in your Navmansh Kundali. But in your natal chart, this 9 number Sagittarius sign is falling in your third house, right? That means you have taken birth to balance your proportion, to balance your activities, to balance your struggles, to balance your efforts related to your courage house, related to your siblings, related to your own talent, related to sahas, parakram, right? That means your whole life will be rotating towards proving yourself. If your Jupiter is not well posited in your D9 or D1 chart, then definitely whole life you will be dissatisfied that my goal, my work, I am not getting achievement, or I am not getting along with my siblings, and then your birth purpose will be after that house only. Isn't it beautiful? So this is with all the houses. This is, I am just talking about your birth purpose and first house of chart. Same way, if I was talking about Pisces ascendant rising, so second house will fall in Aries sign. So Aries sign, as per that Cancer ascendant example, falls in 10th house of chart. Then you have to see that which planets are posited here, which planets are associated with your ascendant Lord. All these things will also follow after that. So I will just conclude here, and you just assess in your own charts also your birth purpose, and let me know in comment section. So stay tuned with Planet to Soul Astrology, and as I always say, may all be blessed. Sabka Mangal ho. Namaste.